Hello,
Hey there.
Charity. My name is Mudassir Rashid, and I am working as instructor mechanical at Government College of Technology, Multan. Today, I want to interview you on the topic that is how to set achievable goals and stay motivated. Please let me know when you are ready.
Absolutely, Mudassir. I'm ready whenever you are. It's a great topic, and I'm excited to dive into it. Just let me know how you'd like to proceed.
Okay, my first question is, what does it mean to set an achievable goal?
That's a great starting point. Essentially, setting an achievable goal means creating objectives that are realistic and attainable given your current resources, skills, and constraints. Um, it's about finding that sweet spot between challenging yourself and making sure it's within reach so you stay motivated and on track.
Why do so many people struggle to stay consistent with their goals?
Yeah, that's a really common challenge. Often it comes down to factors like setting goals that might be too ambitious or not breaking them into smaller, manageable steps. Sometimes like distractions, lack of motivation, or even not having a clear plan can make it tough. And of course, sometimes it's about not celebrating small wins along the way, which can affect consistency.
How can someone know whether their goal is realistic or too much ambitious?
That's a great question. One way is to look at past experiences and see if similar goals have been achieved before, or if you've had the necessary resources and time. It also helps to break the goal down into smaller milestones and check if each step is doable. Getting feedback from others, like mentors or peers, can also give you a reality check. And of course, paying attention to your own capacity and limitations is key.
What role does self awareness play in goal settings?
Self awareness is absolutely crucial. It helps you understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your motivations. When you know yourself well, you can set goals that align with what truly matters to you, and you can also anticipate potential obstacles and how you may overcome them. It also makes it easier to adjust your goals when needed and stay committed in the long run.
How important is the SMART framework and how should people apply it?
Smart framework is definitely a valuable tool. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Applying it, you make sure that your goals are clear and well defined. You can track progress effectively, and you ensure that the goals are realistic and aligned with your overall objectives. To apply it, you just break down your goals using each of those criteria, and that helps keep you focused and motivated along the way.
Okay, ChatGPT, what's the best way to break a big goal into a manageable steps?
Yeah, breaking a big goal down is super helpful. One approach is to start by defining the end goal clearly and then identify the major milestones along the way. Once you've got those milestones, you can break each one into smaller, actionable tasks. It's also great to set deadlines for each step to keep yourself on track. And regularly reviewing and adjusting the steps as you progress really helps keep everything manageable and less overwhelming.
How can someone maintain motivation during long term goals?
Staying motivated for the long haul definitely takes some intentional strategies. One key is to celebrate small wins along the way, which helps maintain that sense of progress. It's also helpful to keep your end goal in mind and regularly remind yourself why it matters to you. Having a support system like friends, family, or mentors can keep you accountable and encouraged. And of course, being flexible and adapting your plans when needed helps prevent burnout and keeps you going strong.
What strategies help overcome procrastinations?
Yeah, overcoming procrastination can definitely be tricky. Some effective strategies include breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks so they feel less overwhelming. Also, setting specific deadlines and using techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work in short bursts with breaks in between, can help maintain focus. Minimizing distractions, creating a dedicated workspace, and even rewarding yourself for completing tasks can also boost motivation and help you stay on track.
How can someone build discipline when their motivation fades?
That's such a great question. Building discipline really it comes down to creating consistent habits. One way is to establish a routine so that the actions become second nature, even when motivation dips. Also, setting clear, small goals and focusing on consistency rather than perfection can help a lot. And having accountability, like checking in with someone regularly, can keep you on track even when motivation wanes. Over time, those disciplined habits really reinforce themselves and help maintain progress.
What daily habits support successful goal achievement?
There are definitely a few key daily habits that can make a big difference. Things like setting aside dedicated time each day to work on your goal, even if it's just a small amount of time, really helps. Consistently reviewing your progress, reflecting on what's working and what needs adjustment, and staying organized with tools like planners or to-do lists are super helpful. Also, maintaining a healthy routine like getting enough sleep, exercising, and eating well can really boost your productivity and focus. And of course, staying positive and resilient in the face of challenges is key too.
Okay, ChatGPT, now tell me the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and why does it matter?
Absolutely. So intrinsic motivation comes from within. You're driven by personal satisfaction, interest, or passion for the activity itself. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation comes from external factors like rewards, recognition, or avoiding punishment. It matters because intrinsic motivation tends to lead to more sustainable long-term engagement and satisfaction. When you're intrinsically motivated, you're more likely to persevere and to enjoy the process. Extrinsic motivation can be powerful for initiating action, but it might not always sustain long-term interest. Balancing both can really help in achieving goals effectively.
How does environment impact a person's motivation?
The environment plays a huge role. A supportive, positive environment can really boost motivation by providing encouragement, resources, and a sense of community. On the flip side, a distracting or negative environment can hinder motivation, making it harder to focus and stay on track. Things like a clutter-free workspace, positive social interactions, and access to the right tools and resources can really elevate your motivation and productivity.
What are some effective visualization techniques for goal achievement?
Visualization can be really powerful. One common technique is to vividly imagine yourself achieving your goal, really focusing on the emotions and the details involved. Another technique is to create a vision board with images and quotes that represent your goals, which helps keep you inspired. You can also practice mental rehearsal, where you go through the steps of achieving your goal in your mind, almost like a mental rehearsal for performance. And consistency is key. Practicing these visualization techniques regularly can really reinforce your motivation and your focus.
How should people adjust their goal when circumstances change?
Yeah, adjusting goals is definitely important when circumstances shift. One approach is to regularly reassess your resources, your timeline, and your priorities. If something's no longer feasible, it's good to break the goal down into smaller, more attainable steps, or even shift your end target a bit. It also helps to stay flexible and open to new opportunities and to keep communication lines open with anyone involved. Ultimately, the key is to stay adaptable and keep your long-term vision in mind, even if you need to pivot along the way.
Why is celebrating small wins important?
Celebrating small wins is super important because it keeps you motivated and helps maintain momentum. When you acknowledge those incremental achievements, it boosts your confidence and reinforces the positive behavior. It also helps prevent burnout by making the journey feel more rewarding and less daunting. Plus, it creates a positive feedback loop that encourages you to keep pushing forward and ultimately reach those bigger goals.
Okay, tell me what final advice would you give to stick to their goals?
Absolutely. One big piece of advice is to start small and be patient with yourself. It's also helpful to create a clear plan and break things down into manageable steps. Don't be afraid to seek support from others and to keep yourself accountable. Importantly, be kind to yourself and celebrate progress along the way.
Thank you, ChatGPT. Thanks for your help. Bye bye.
You're so welcome. It was my pleasure. Take care and best of luck with everything.